Atlanta United 2 was also in action over the past few days, which included a 1-1 home draw against Indy 11 on July 7th. Connor Stanley, he had his first goal of the season for Atlanta United 2 in that contest, which was a draw. Here is manager Jack Collison, manager of Atlanta United, on the draw itself.
No, these boys are gladiators. I'm just so proud of the way they're going about their business at the moment. Last two games coming from two goals down and one goal again tonight, they just never know when they're beaten. And I mean, unlike some teams in the league, we haven't got the luxury at the moment. Obviously, the first team are missing up to 10 players at times, which obviously has a knock-on effect on us. And I mean, tonight we've got two fit subs on the bench. So it's rolling out the same boys time and time again. We've got a 16-year-old who plays on the weekend, makes his debut, and he's asked to play again 3 days later against grown men. So when you talk about mentality and having to find a way to grow up really quick, I'm just so impressed with their character. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's ways we can play better. We've got a lot of work and a lot of improvements to come, but that mentality piece is sometimes the hardest piece to find. And I'm so impressed with them and what they're giving at the moment. And the greatest thing is, biggest challenge, we've got another game in 3 days' time. So it will really test them to see what we're made of.
Yeah, so Atlanta United 2 completed the first half with 12 total shots and held Indy to only 5. So they were doing a very solid job of getting their offense forward and limiting Indy's opportunities. Now, and Indy was able to take the lead 1-0, though, in the 64th minute when Nick Moon was able to gain possession of the ball and he drove it into the final third of the penalty area and he passed the ball to Jordan Hamilton, who had a one-time strike and made the score 1-0 in favor of Indianapolis. Atlanta was able to tie the contest in the 72nd minute when Caleb Wiley was able to pass a defender and go into the penalty area, and he found a streaking Connor Stanley into the penalty area, and Stanley was able to retrieve the ball, make a spin move, and push his right foot shot into the top corner to make the score 1-1. Here is Stanley on his goal.
Yeah, it's honestly meant everything to me. I've been, waiting for this goal to come, and I'm just happy that it's finally came. Yeah, I kind of needed that, I think. So I'm really happy, and happy, for the team as well to come away with the result from being obviously down 1-0 to get the point. So
yeah, and both teams were able to get scoring opportunities after that goal. But Rio Novo for Atlanta, the goalkeeper, made several big saves in the contest, including in the 88th minute when Nicky Law of Indy 11 had a wide open look towards net. But Rio Novo made a nice diving save with his left hand. And those things were big for Atlanta keeping the 1-1 draw. Here is manager, and also I asked Coach Collison directly about this. The defensive back line was very disciplined. There are several times that the Indy was able to, they were passing the ball and got the ball into the penalty area, even shot the ball into the net, but there were offsides calls against Indianapolis during those sequences. So that showed a very disciplined back line for Atlanta in the contest. And I was able to ask Jack Collison about that defensive effort.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way we want to play. We want to be aggressive. We want to be on the front foot, and we want to be able to press high up. Now, it's not going to be able to happen if our back line's still in our back half. The pitch is too big, the spaces are too big, and we'll get cut open. And I think at times in the first half, we did get cut open. Especially there was a few transition moments where it was a little bit worrying, but it was great to see the boys really have that steel and that mentality to get their blocks in, for Rocco to make big saves, and ultimately to try and keep the ball out the net as much as possible. And it's something we're going to continue to work on. I was really pleased with Bradley, especially tonight, in terms of his talking, his leadership, and the way he was organising others around him. And I'd love to take all the credit, but I must say Omar Jaroun, who's been my assistant, has been doing a fantastic job with his defenders, really trying to bring that mentality, that hard work, and desire to just really defend our goal and try and stop shots going on it.
Yeah, and that also said a 1-1 draw for Atlanta against Indy. United 2 did fall at home to Kansas City 1-0 on July 10th. So we'll be keeping track of Atlanta United 2 as they progress through their season.